All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now we got it going on. My name's Joey Ragona. It's 7:02, 2 minutes after the hour. Usually I'm on time. Today just had a little bit of a challenge again with technology, and I don't know what was going on with it with Ecamm, but I was streaming only to one place, so I had to stop it. And here I am. Welcome to the show. If you're here with me live, let me know with a hashtag live or hashtag replay. Kind of weird seeing me on all these screens. Welcome Instagrams, welcome Facebooks, and YouTubes and all the rest of it. So let me just see here if now I can go to my events and see if I see y'all on. Da, 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 if I see you all. All right, cool. Gonna go to this one and turn this down just so I don't get the double thingy. Okay. See, I did do the I did do where'd it go? Okay, so I did have my phone connected. Let's go to this one. See if it's right in here. I don't know. Okay, well, I'll monitor this one for a little bit. If you're watching me live let me know with a hashtag live, hashtag replay. And today we're going to talk about the price of speed, which is one of the main things that why dream clients are going to want to pay you more, and this is what it's all about. It's all about speed. Here's the graph we're going to go through today, so don't worry about it. I will walk you through it. I know it's a busy thing, but we'll walk you through it step by step. But the whole thing that I want to talk about is, if you're surviving on breadcrumbs, and that's the whole thing, because if you're afraid to raise your prices and you think no one can afford you, then you're probably going to be, looking at like lower price stuff, and you need a lot of people to go through your funnels or whatever you're doing. Hopefully you're not doing funnels in the traditional sense. Um, and you're repelling dream clients. Like, you're just repelling them, because I'm going to flip the script for you today, that high prices aren't expensive. They are the cost of speed and certainty. That's what dream clients want. So it's time to stop selling information for pennies and start selling transformation for premiums. Let me say that again. It's time to stop selling information for pennies and start selling transformation for premiums. So let's get into this, okay? The mindset shift today is about time versus money. And there's a trap, because many entrepreneurs, they suffer from imposter syndrome. I'm one of them. I still suffer from it now and then, but they believe that they need to charge low prices to attract anyone, and leaving them surviving on breadcrumbs. So what am I talking about? This is right over here, the breadcrumb trap, right? It's a commodity mindset, low ticket, slower results. And they're competing on price. So it's like you're being a bag of rice. It doesn't matter the brand, it doesn't matter the color, it doesn't matter the packaging. All it matters is it's a bag of rice, and the best price wins. And so you don't want to be there. And the whole thing is that the same energy that you're going to put into selling a $97 product, or I'm just going to use $97 in a higher end one, which is over here, the 4997, right? This one here, you're going to put in the exact the same energy, but you're getting a different result. It's kind of like you're pushing a boulder up a hill with a broken leg. That's what it's like when you're dealing with all of this lower ticket stuff. I don't really like to use the word ticket, but I'll just use it because that's what the market likes to talk about. The truth is, you got to understand the difference between an anti-avatar or a nightmare client as opposed to a dream client. And an anti-avatar values money over time. That's why you might be feeling, though, that people need to have, or you need to do a lower price, because you're in that market right now. And I was there. I know what it's like. I know, because you're talking to people that are in this. They value money over time. And then when you get out of that zone and you look beyond it, and you look at dream clients who are, they value their time over money. And that's a huge mindset. And this is what I want you to understand. So you see here that in dream clients, okay, let me get rid of this just so you know where I am. Oops, where I am. In someone who values money over time, they want more stuff, right? They want the information, And the mass markets, they buy the PDFs, they're looking for the quick fixes, and all they do is gather information. Now, you can sell some stuff there, but I was stuck there for so long. And the funny thing is that when you're dealing with the premium clients, they want less stuff. Okay. Dream clients are not paying for all of that stuff. They're not paying for PDFs. They don't want more modules. They don't want more videos. In fact, they want what they pay for, the more they pay, the less stuff that they want. And so they're paying for speed, convenience, and implementation. That's what they're all about. They want you to help them cross that finish line. Do I have it here? Right here, right? So it's about, dealing with someone who is just starting a marathon and they've never run before, and you're trying to get them out of the gate and you're pushing them out, right? So it's a completely different thing. If you're talking to a marathon runner who's done it a few times and they haven't really won the marathon yet, but you know how to win the marathon, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody who you can actually pull over the finish line, but they're already in momentum, right? They're already in momentum. They're not at the starting line. And this is why, for premium clients, that's what you're looking for. They're waiting almost at that finish line. And if you want to look at it from a funnel versus a funnel perspective, if you have, let's say, this funnel thingy, right? And this is top of funnel. You've probably heard this before, right? And we believe that the more we get, the better it's going to be, because some of them are going to trickle down and with the BOF, bottom of funnel, and we're going to make some sales over here. That's what we're being sold. And I'm telling you that dream clients do not sit here. They're not here. Dream clients are not here. Dream clients are not at the top of the funnel. They're already at the bottom of the funnel. They've already filtered themselves out and they're waiting for the right person to speak their language, to clear out the fog, to say, finally, you get it. And I don't need to go through your funnel. I don't need to opt into your $97 thing or your freebie or anything like that. I just need you to help and guide me through so I can get the result that I want. That's what dream clients are all about. And that's why they'll pay more money for you. And if you're still struggling with this, like I was, then it's because you're probably in that circle of people who are all about money and not about saving more time. They say they want to save time. They say they want more freedom, but that's not what drives them. What drives them is, I don't want to spend a lot of money. Dream clients or premium clients, they are all about spending money. I want the more I spend, the faster I can get through this, and the less pain that the less pain I go through. So that's what this is all about, right? So if you understand that the dream clients are paying for guidance, and an example is for me, right? So all my clients pay me for guidance. They pay to know how I think. I know that because they tell me that. And then they apply that thinking to their personal situation. That's one of my gifts. I show them how I think. I consolidate stuff. I take chaos and turn it into clarity for them and all the complexity and all that. And tell them how I'm thinking about something, show them what I'm thinking. And it doesn't mean that, hey, this is the framework or this is the system you have to do. I'll still show them that stuff, but it's more like they pay me for that thinking. So they don't have to do a lot of the thinking. Not that they're robots and I tell them exactly, they do every single thing on this robotic thing, but that's what they're paying for. They're not paying for the modules. They're not paying for the name of the business or anything like that. It's always about premium guidance. And so how can I help them save time? And they'll pay more money in order to save time, and so will your dream clients. So that is the second thing, is the ascension trap. By the way, if you are here, let me know with a hashtag live. Let me go back to the comments. Can I see the comments here? Yeah. Okay, cool. So let me know with a hashtag live or hashtag replay if you're watching. That'd be cool. And I want to talk about the ascension trap, because I just said that if you build on this $97 product, that build all of these other smaller prices in order to move them up to a premium price of, this 4,997. And I'm telling you that you could start exactly there. You could start at 3,000, you could start at 5,000. If you're talking to the right dream client, then they don't have to go through all of your funnel, right? You don't have to build all of these other products, which is complexity. The more stuff you add to your business, the more complex it is. So I was in that area, and um, what I did is back in 20, was it 2019 or something like that? I tore it all down because I had over 100 lead magnets, and I'm not exaggerating. 100 lead magnets, and every single one of those lead magnets, entry points. I guess there was, social medias, maybe four. Let's call them four or five. Imagine how many landing pages I had to create for one lead magnet. So let's say five times 100. There's 500 entry points, if my math is right. That was crazy to monitor and all that stuff. So I just tore it all down, and I thought, well, what's the best way to simplify this? And what I realized was that if you focus only on not the money or the thing that you're selling in terms of, hey, if I build this and if I price it at this, can someone afford this? That's not the question. The question is, who is the person that needs this result that I know that I can deliver so badly that they will pay for the speed of it? That's the question. It's not about, well, if I do $1,000 product, can they afford that? Like who can afford that? I'm just looking for the person already in here, right? I'm looking for the 20% right here and focus on fewer clients at a premium price. So I can buy back my time, and and they can buy back their time as well. So I'm only looking for people that, here is the big problem that they're dealing with, and I can solve it. And then what does that price look like in order for them to get that result? So what you're actually selling, right? You're not, if you're selling information, don't sell that anymore, because that's a commodity. Remember we talked about this, right? The competition is a bag of rice. If you're selling information, that's what you are. You're competing. It's a commodity because information is available everywhere. It's available on Google, on ChatGPT. If you sell information, you are competing on price. You're competing on price. Now, if you if you sell premium stuff, the guidance is the premium. And this is a big one for me. Like, some people will disagree with this, but I'm going to die on this hill, which means that I believe that you need to have gone through what you are actually coaching people to go through. You need to know what it's like to be on the battlefield. Theory is not going to do it for you. You can be smart, you can read as many books as you want to, but you need to understand what it's like to go there. When I was struggling to get to 100,000, my first, six-figure year, I had no idea what it was like to reach six figures and then go beyond, because there's new problems at that level. But, and plus, if I wasn't going through the struggle of trying to get to 100,000, then I wouldn't know what it was like. If I was at, if I didn't make any money, or I wasn't even in a business or whatever it is, then I wouldn't know. If I wasn't in an online business area, I wouldn't know what those challenges are. So you need to have the experience through, in order to guide someone, you need to have the experience, not just the expertise. That makes sense? So expertise is important, but guidance, in order to guide somebody, you need to have the experience. And hey, who's on lit Mickey, or is that? Yeah, it's lit Mickey. I think that's what I did. Welcome on the Instagrams. Let me know if you hear live, or the hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. So let me go back to this. You're actually selling the snake bite, the urgency, right? That's what it is. You're selling a justified urgency, a snake bite, a crisis that needs immediate fixing. And this is over the mosquito bite. So if you're selling a mosquito bite, it's an annoyance that they can ignore this. They can figure it out. They're like, it's a little bit itchy, not a big deal. If you solve a crisis, the price becomes irrelevant compared to the belief. Remember that. And this is not about price gouging. It's not about trying to get the most money out of anybody. It's about the market fit. It's about, this is the problem that is um, so bad for them that they need a relief, and they're willing to pay for that speed. They're willing to pay for that relief. And it doesn't mean that they don't have to do any work, because my clients still have to do work, but I can shortcut years off of what they would do if they were doing it themselves. And that's what they're paying for. They're paying for that speed. They're paying for that, my guidance. I've been an entrepreneur since I can remember. Uh, and my first business was when I was 18 years old. I'm now 60 years old. I've got a lot of years behind me, right, that I could throw into the mix. And it just continues to go. So I have the expertise, I have the guidance, and I have the experience, which is the most important thing in my mind. So the snakebite urgency. So the challenge is, stop asking yourself if they can afford it. That's the wrong question to be asking. You want to have a premium shift, the specialist mindset, which is one thing that you can do better than anybody. You wake up, you're like, and somebody asks you the question about the problem, and you're like, yeah, just go do this. And you can do this without even thinking. That's your unique ability. Thanks, Dan Sullivan, right? It's just that's the thing that you were born to do. And because it's a unique ability, because it's so easy for you, you think that nobody's going to pay premium for it because it's so easy for you to do. All of this stuff that I talk about, it's easy for me. And I'm not trying to stand on a soapbox or be grandiose about that statement. It's just because this is what I was born to do. I'm very curious. I'm really great at clearing the fog and challenging people to get them to clarity about what they do with their niches and their message and all this other stuff, but it comes natural to me, right? I don't have to think about it. I don't need cheat sheets and all that stuff. But I remember the day when I thought, who's going to pay for that? Like there's all kinds of courses that have avatar exercises and all these things. Why would they pay me? But I'm telling you that people pay me lots of money in order to help them through that problem because they've done all the exercises, they've done all the $97 products or free downloads or something to get your dream or your ideal customer and stuff, and they still are not, their messages aren't landing and all these other things. So they come to me confused, even more confused and overwhelmed, and I'm able to clear that fog for them. And that's what they're paying for. They're paying for that. They're paying for the mindset and the guidance. So the question is, right, who is the person that needs the result so badly that they will pay for the speed? The freedom, charging what you're worth allows you to serve fewer people, which is what I love, right down here. Okay. Where is it here? Fewer people. Let me just clear the page to make it all really cool. Clear the page. Okay. Right. Focus on fewer clients. Like if you spent your time, think about this. If you spent your time selling and you wanted to make $100,000, okay, whatever it is, and you're selling $97 products like all the way through. I can't remember the number that would be, but you can figure this out, right? How much would 97 um you know, what is it, 100? No, it's 1,000 clients. I think it's 1,000 clients that you would need to get, as opposed to if you sold $5,000 right away, okay, and that would be, I don't know how many clients. It's less, way less than 1,000 people, and it's less than 50 people I know for a year. And let's say that it took you a whole year to move people up the ladder, 97 to 297 to 497, whatever. And over the course of that period of time, and it takes you a year to do that, and they get to like 997. I think this total comes around to 1,800 bucks, and it takes you a whole year to do that. Imagine if you spent just the same year, and you talk to one person, and you're still going to make more money, and you sold one product. You know what I mean? It's just it makes more sense to me to focus in on dream clients that you love and want to work with. They energize you, and you have fewer clients. It's fewer complexities, and you don't have thousands and thousands of things going on in your business. Like to me, that just does not sit well with my nervous system. I don't want thousands and thousands. I don't want to be involved in any of that, right? I want to have a very close knit business that allows me to help people on a premium level that allows me to stop sacrificing my life for the business. And that's what I want to do for everybody else. And I want to do that for you as well, to stop sacrificing your life for your business. Because if you're right now surviving on breadcrumbs and you're like week to week trying to sell low dollar stuff and it's not working for you, and you can look at, like, I mean, be honest with yourself, right? If you are doing that, you are actually sacrificing your life for your business. And this is my mission. My mission is to stop everybody from doing that. You need to buy back your time. And the best way to buy back your time is increasing your prices and working with people that you absolutely love and energize, that you get up for, whether they're paying you a dime or not. So that is where I'm at. I'm hoping this helped you out. We are here every single Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And this is actually number 5. What I'm talking to you about right here, I'm talking to you about number 5, the 5 most asked questions that I have inside the Kajabi webinar that I do every single month on Kajabi. And we talk about, and the questions come up is, how do I charge more money? How do I not survive on breadcrumbs? How do I get through this? So that's where this stuff is coming from in these episodes. For the next 5 episodes, I got 5 more questions. We've been doing this for the last 4. If you want the graphic, or excuse me, If you want the graphic and my cheat notes and all that stuff, just let me know. Just put into the comments. I don't know. What do you want? Put in the comments. What can we put in the comments? I guess I don't know, cheat notes. Put that word cheat notes in the comments, and I will send them to you. And there's no opt-in for it or anything like that. Let me know if this helped you. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. We'll see you again next week for another heart-centered marketing show.